little Georgia peach from Decatur, where it's greater. East side chick, she ain't never been a hater. A boss and a baddie, yeah, she ain't your average. She do her makeup thing, call that a MUA.
Hello, welcome to the Pink Playhouse. My name is Monet and I'm the CEO of the Pink Playhouse and the Pink Playhouse Cosmetics, and we are a beauty and wellness brand dedicated to empowering women through self-care, beauty, and empowerment. So today we're gonna go ahead and get into the easiest natural glam tutorial using the Pink Playhouse Cosmetics Natural Glam Palette, okay? Now, before we get into the tutorial, let's go ahead and top up our lips with our Pink Playhouse Cosmetics lip gloss. This is in the shade Dewy Kisses. Okay, now the lips are ready. Now we can get into the eyes. Now, before we get into eyes, I just want to go ahead and show you the two palettes that we have from the Pink Playhouse Cosmetics. Today, we will be working with our Natural Glam palette, and this is a very beginner-friendly palette right here. We're going to get into all her specs in 1 second, okay? But that's her. And then we also have the Sultry Glam palette. This is gonna be more of your artist palette, your creative palette. This is when you're gonna have fun, get into it, play around with your looks, and have so much fun. So you can shop these palettes directly from my website, the Pink Playhouse .store, and then definitely on Amazon.com. Just type in the Pink Playhouse, and yeah, you can find both of these products right there. So let's get into the Natural Glam palette. So again, this is going to be your beginner friendly palette. Lots of nude on here, a little pop of shimmer, just to help with the look, but everything is going to be natural. So this palette is going to be good for students, professionals, your job interviews, my older mature clientele, and people who don't need too much. You don't need too much color, you just want a little enhancement and you want to go. This palette is for you. It comes with 12 rich, beautiful colors, highly pigmented, and we're going to get into that right now. So in order to achieve a highly pigmented eyeshadow look, you want to make sure you're priming your lids, okay? So I gave you 3 examples to prime with. You can prime with a concealer, the concealer that you highlight with. You can prime with a cream base like a P. Louise. I love these. And then you can also use the actual eyeshadow base. This is Smashbox right here, okay? But you just want to make sure you prime your lids. Priming is going to help make sure that the product sticks to your skin. It's going to separate your natural skin oils from the product, and then that's how the eyeshadow ends up staying, or the makeup in general stays, because you're supposed to wear primers with your foundations and things like that as well. It's going to give you a nice base, even base for your colors to pop on. So my eyes are already primed. I went on ahead and primed them earlier when I did my full face, and they are only primed with concealer. That's what I used, and I went on ahead and I set them with my powder. And setting is important. Make sure you set your lids with a primer before you apply, and I have plenty tutorials on my page for this. Make sure you just check out some of them. I usually typically prime lids in my tutorials, okay? So this is about to be a simple tutorial. I don't even know what I'm gonna do yet, but I know it's gonna be simple because I don't ever do too much when I use this palette, okay? So I know I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start with my crease shade. So let's talk about crease shade. So this is your crease, okay? So we have your crease area, you have your transition area, you have your lid, and then you have your inner corner, okay? So remember these terminologies as I'm continuing doing these videos, and yeah, so you understand what we're talking about. So we're gonna start with our crease area right here. Typically, I like something deep, rich, and dark in my crease. So we're gonna go in with a fluffy brush. I'm going in with something really thick and fluffy today because I wanna apply a large amount, okay? Now we're just gonna take this brush, tap it into our product here, okay? We're gonna dust off any excess product, okay? That's how you have fallout, and that's how you have muddiness, okay? We're gonna dust that off. Now, I'm just gonna apply this in a circular motion right in my crease shade, okay? And you can either place it on there like this. I like to kind of place it on there and then blend it out in a circular motion. And I like to blend it all the way to my inner crease. Look how highly pigmented that is. And that's just off of one swatch. As I said, I don't ever have to do too much when I use this palette. At all. So I'm gonna leave that there. And I'm just blending it so I like it. I'm gonna soften out the edges. So I'm gonna come back on top of this in my transition area with another brown shade, okay? So this is what we have. This is literally off of only one swatch. I didn't have to go back in. I didn't have to add any more product. This is it, y'all. This is a highly pigmented palette. Easy, quick. I can do my makeup in 15 minutes with this palette. I love it. I appreciate it so much. Make sure you get your hands on this, okay? So now we're just gonna do the other eye. Same difference. Tap it in there, dust off the excess product. I'm going to press it where I want it and then blend it out in a circular motion. Y'all see that pigmentation? Don't play with your girl. Remember to shop black, shop small, shop intentional, shop with purpose, okay? Support us. We out here doing our things too, okay? Okay, you see that? That's a lot of pigmentation, baby. I probably could have went in with a smaller brush, honestly. Boom. Y'all see it. Ain't no edits, ain't no cuts, none of that. You see. So this is what we have here. Our lid is already starting to look good. We're adding some drama to the look. I love it. So now we're just going to soften up these edges right here. There is a line of demarcation and we want to blend that out. So we're going to blend that out using another eyeshadow shade. Now we're going in with a smaller fluffy brush. And this is how we're going to soften out our edges. Now, let me tell you, usually I do soften my edges with this, but today I want to play around in my colors because I'm an artist. That's what I do. So I actually want to see what happens when I blend these two together and blend it out of my transition shade. So we're actually about to find out together. You ready? Okay, so I'm going to tap here, go back here. So that's kind of how when I mix products, this is kind of what that looks like. Okay, tap off any excess product. I'm going to go right up here, right where that line of demarcation is. And I'm just going to blend that out in a circular motion. This is when you want to make sure you're fully doing circular motions or windshield wipers. These are windshield wipers, and this can be appropriate depending on how you're blending. This is circular motions, okay? And I just want to soften that edge. You see that? And I'm bringing some more color and definition right underneath my brow bone. And just placing that color right where I want it. And it does go exactly where you want it to too. So yes, there we go. So you can see the difference, right? This side and this side. Blended, unblended. And I actually like this too, the two colors together. I'm actually gonna soften this up a little bit more because I can see it's a little harsh still. Yep. Just like that. And now we're just gonna do the other side, same thing. I'm gonna show you, like, this is how I do it in real time, okay? Just like that. Dust off the excess product, and then I'm going to place it right on top of that line. Circular motions, blend. Blend, 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 blend for your life. Blend, blend, blend. I don't even know if there's a such thing as over blending. Can you blend too much when it comes to makeup? I don't know. What y'all think? I don't think so. Oh, so beautiful. Oh, beautiful. I'm just continuing to place that color. And mind you, I have not gone back in, right? I am just working this color right where I want it, making sure my edges are soft. And if I wasn't talking so much, I would already be done with this part, okay? So boom, our next step is the lid, right? So right up in here. Now, technically, if you watch my other tutorials, you're gonna see that I usually reprime my lids again. I usually cut out a crease, an arch, or something like that. We're not gonna do that right now. You don't need to do that right now. I typically don't do it if I already have my lashes on. I don't do all that extra stuff. I'm going to just apply the product right on my lid. So for our lid shade, we're gonna go in with this flat brush here. Now I do wish I had a bigger brush, but unfortunately this is all I have that's clean in my set of brushes. So this is what we're gonna go with. And then we're gonna go in with this cream shade right here. Tap off the excess product, and we're gonna apply that right on the lid. Now, because my eyelashes are already on, I'm gonna apply this a little gently, just so that I don't get too much product on my actual lash. And I'm just doing this in slow motions just because just want to be careful. There's already something on there right now. But we can fix that with a little mascara. All right, same thing on the other side. Okay, same thing on the other side. Got our product in there and tapping off the excess. And then we're just going to take our time and apply this. Is this the right side? Yeah. Apply this right on the lid. Taking our time so we don't get anything on our lash. It's not a problem if you do. It's just an extra step. Just gonna apply that right where we want it. It's so pretty. So freaking pretty. Now, without adding any product, because y'all see how pigmented it is, I'm going to go back in with this same brush that we used earlier, and I'm just going to buff out the edges and make sure that the nude blends in with the cream shade that we placed on our lid, okay? Nothing too much, just blending the two in together. And this is such a simple look, you all. Like, I promise you, all together, this look will take you less than 15 minutes. And again, this is perfect for like going to work, going on a go, date night, brunch with your girls, school. You know what I'm saying? You just want to look clean and polished without doing too much. This is it, okay? So I'm a girl that likes a lot of drama. So it's time to go in and add a little drama in our inner corner. So we're going to go in with this brush here. This is like a smudge brush, okay? So you can use this underneath your eyes or the inner corner. We're gonna go in with this little pink shimmer shade right here. So pretty. Dust off the excess product. And I'm gonna just pop that right in the inner corner of my eye, just like that. Just like that. Look at that. You see it. You see it. I know you see it. I know you see it. I know you see it. That's so pretty. I'm gonna bring it up just a little bit. Bring it up just a little into the eye. Yeah. Pew, pew, pew. She's a cutie. Now I'm going back in with that same smudge brush. I went ahead and cleaned off that little product that we just used. And I'm gonna go in with this light nude here. Dust off the excess product. And now we're going to put some product right underneath the waterline. And this is just gonna add a little more drama to the eye, open up the eye a little bit. I love this step. I try not to skip it whenever I do eyeshadow, because it just like makes everything really cohesive. You see the difference? Yeah. Go back in, tap off the product. Y'all see that? Easy, highly pigmented. You can't lose with this palette. And voila, there you have it. An easy, simple, natural glam eye look using the Pink Playhouse Cosmetics Natural Glam Palette. Get into it. Very simple, very beginner friendly, not too much thought into it. I used a total of 4 shades. I didn't even have to use 4 if I didn't want to. That's just for the added drama. You can complete your look in literally 1 shade. And I think I have a tutorial about that one as well, but most times I can just use my nude, pop that in the inner corner, the crease of my eye, and just achieve a little extra drama, a little extra glam, you know what I'm saying, for the girls. But yes, get into the look. So remember, this is the Natural Glam Palette from the Pink Playhouse Cosmetics, and you can find this directly on my website at thepinkplayhouse.store as well as amazon.com. And if you enjoyed this tutorial, make sure you leave me a like and a comment. Make sure you subscribe if you have not, and then definitely tag me in your looks. I have to see your looks when you use these products. Y'all be raving about it. I want y'all to keep showing me how much y'all love these products, because I want you to love them as much as I do, okay? I love y'all so much. See you in the next one.
Thank y'all so much for being a part of my journey and supporting the Pink Playhouse. It means everything to me. Make sure you're following me on Instagram at Beat by Paris. This is where I am always up to date with all my tips and tricks, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Mwah.